Kay Dean, habang inaantay namin kayo, nagkukwentuhan na kami about yung launch ng 1Sambayan nung Sabado. Of course, we have our thoughts. I don't want to taint your assessment of it. So let me ask you, what's the good, what's the bad from what happened on Saturday?
The good is there's a process that was unveiled and launched. There are good parts of the process. Sa akin, the good part of the process is the discussions that are ongoing on the substantive issues that the country is facing, so that, in fact, eventually, when the candidates are also chosen, you also have ideas for a platform. And therefore, sa akin, the value of Sambayan is actually getting groups, organizations, and people together on certain issues. No? So that was clear, and I welcome that. The negative part, if you want to say the negative part, is and the central part of this, of course, the way it was framed was the nomination process seems to have a lot of kinks, diba? Parang there's so much to fix yet in the nomination process. So much tentativeness. Part of it is the timing. The timing is probably not right for choosing candidates. The candidates themselves, as we know, diba? I mean, what we found out later was that out of the 6, at least certainly 3 were very clear na as of now, at least they're not thinking of running for any of those positions in 2022. I wasn't sure really about Brother Eddie, but Senator Joel is very clear about it. But Brother Eddie did speak, so parang isama ko na muna siya doon. Senator Trillanes is very clear. But even D. Pileni, while respectful the process, was also very clear na hindi pa siya ready to make that decision. I mean, so clearly making sa process. Pero may analysis ako dyan, and I can share that with you if you want. But my analysis is maybe the premise in March, when Sambayan was launched, is no longer a valid premise. And therefore, they have to these days kasi have to be flexible, they have to re-strategize and reposition.
What do you mean? I mean, could you rephrase that for us? What was the premise in March?
What premise?
The premise is that there should only be one tandem on the opposition side, di ba? That this will just be
Yes.
let's say a Sara Duterte, Bongo, or DP, President Duterte, whatever that combination will be, versus or Marcos Duterte, whatever it is, versus on the other side just one set of candidates. It's very clear, Robbie, and everyone here, na hindi yan mangyayari. We will have at least 5, maybe 10 tandems even in these elections, di ba?
And tandems.
Maybe.
Wow.
Kasi if all of if there are 2 or 3 tandems possible from the Duterte camp or identified as the Duterte camp, there's 3 or 4 tandems possible in the
Yes, but for the
non-Duterte camp.
opposition at least, for Sambayan.
Well,
I mean,
for the-
otherwise, what happens to the one? I mean,
Well,
isn't that
well,
what
that's
they
my
were
point,
standing
Luchi.
for? Yeah.
That's my point, Luchi, because the premise nga before was you only need to have but that is because if it's one-on-one. But if it's going to be 5 tandems, 10 you don't need to have only one. It's actually better to have 2 or 3 that are non-Duterte, so we actually have a choice. One, for those of us who are either anti-Duterte or at least anti the things that this group stands for. I'm not anti-Duterte, but I'm anti things that has been done and anti things that they are saying they will continue to do. Diba? Mas ganun yung perspective ko. I would like to have, going into election day, mga 1 month before, 2, 3 viable choices at that point, di ba? Now, kung one-on-one, talagang isa lang talaga, di ba? Kung isa lang, but you have Duterte, you have Pacquiao, you have Marcos. That's probably 3 teams right there already.
Professor,
You
you
have
said,
Cayetano pa. So,
Professor, you said the premise of Sambayan changed from March. What changed it? What factors came in?
well, I think it's because it's that we have a lot more people that are willing to run than we thought were willing to run. I mean, like just a few days before Sambayan, di ba, si Lacson and Soto
Yes.
said that they will run, di ba? And I will not venture to guess what Mayor Isko Moreno's thinking is right now, no? But I think if he wants to run, he would rather have the freedom to do it by himself and not be part of a process, di ba? And that's smart, actually. If you really want to run, you should not be in a process. Period.
Okay, so
Perfect
Dean,
era.
are
But,
you speaking
different
for
era.
1Sambayan? Are you speaking for 1Sambayan?
No, I'm not.
Or this is your opinion?
I'm not.
On
I'm
what?
not-
Okay.
I'm not a
'Cause
convener. I'm not a member. I am. I was
an
a
advisor,
reactor.
right?
But
Yeah,
reactor.
yeah,
Which
yeah.
is, and I
So-
support it. I support
Yeah.
the process. But like everyone else, you support the process. You also want them to learn. Everyone to learn from the process, di ba? Because if
So,
the good
yeah.
thing, it's very early in the game, so I don't think this is the end of Sambayan. They can reflect and learn from what happened last Saturday and come back. But I would encourage them to think about the premise, as I said, because yan ang key. Kung ang key mo is you want to unify the opposition and only have one candidate, parang dead in the water siya. Di ba? Parang dead in the water siya. Kasi you're sure na of at least two, di ba? Nandiyan na si Lacson. I wouldn't consider Lacson pro Duterte at all. That would not be fair to say that Lacson is pro
Sambayan doesn't want
any objective.
Lacson.
Ano po?
Sambayan doesn't
Ayaw
want
nila.
Lacson.
Yeah.
Sinabi na ni
That's on the issue of di ba? That's on the issue of the anti-terror law.
Human rights.
Human rights.
Anti-terror.
That's okay, but I wouldn't consider. My point is, I wouldn't consider Lacson as a pro Duterte, a pro Duterte candidate, no? Certainly wouldn't consider sino yung mga nag-refuse, di ba? I mean, any of those that refuse, I wouldn't consider them pro Duterte necessarily.